Hello, and welcome to the Lilac Players' second annual 48-hour virtual play festival. My name is Megan Jolliffe. I am the producer of the festival. My pronouns are they, them, theirs, and I am speaking to you from the land of the Ohlone people, also known as Oakland, California. Thank you for joining us for tonight's showcase. The theme of this year's festival is Things Are Not Always As They Seem, plays that feature unreliable narrators and/or universes. And what in theater history could be more unreliable than the characters of Greek mythology? 48 hours ago, the festival participants gathered together for the first time. They were split into teams and given a Greek god to inspire their plays. Since then, they have written, directed, staged, and will now perform for you live the plays that you are about to see. As you're cheering along at home, please remember to put some of that love into the chat to celebrate all the creatives involved in this project. And if you are so inclined, show some of the love also to the donate button to support the work that we do here at the Lilac Players. Now, without any further ado, places.
Audio description is available for this performance. To access it, call 669-275-0030. For audio description, once again, please call 669-275-0030. Our first play tonight is I'd Like to Speak to Death's Manager, written and directed by Sarah Ray Brown, featuring Masha Sten Clanton and Noah Greenstein.
Elizabeth Perkins?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's Beth. Wait, who's talking?
Okay, Beth. I'm going to be your guide today to the beyond. Now, if you recall, you passed away last night?
No, I do not recall.
It was, a brain aneurysm.
Did I suffer?
Oh no, you didn't feel a thing.
Well, I don't think I believe you. And this isn't a funny joke, Dave.
Dave?
You Zoomers with your practical jokes. I'm in the middle of something, and you come on the computer pretending I died.
I believe you're mistaken.
Wait, how did you even call me? I didn't accept a video chat.
This isn't... I'm not Dave. Who is Dave?
I know my nephew when he calls me.
Mrs. Perkins.
It's Ms.
Ms. Perkins. I'm very sorry for the confusion, but my name is Steve and not Dave, and I'm here to tell you that the chariot to the beyond is waiting for you downstairs. Do you have a cloth face mask?
Okay, let's pretend I believe you.
This wasn't in the handbook.
I just don't have time to be dead right now. So thank you for the offer, but I have to decline.
Listen, Brenda.
Beth.
You are deceased whether you want to be or not. And frankly, if we're going off script here, most people today have been asking me why I'm in a dinosaur onesie. It's almost like you're not paying attention.
You know, I didn't notice. Why are you in a dinosaur onesie?
It's pajama day.
Very nice.
As I was saying, your chariot awaits you downstairs if you head down this way.
You'd think you could at least do me the courtesy of showing me off yourself. I mean, who are you? Your job is just to tell me I'm dead?
Okay. Technically, I'm supposed to escort you, but the pandemic policy is for no contact delivery of souls. It doesn't really make a lot of sense since the escorts are dead as well, but you know, health and safety or something.
I'm not going.
Tiffany?
Beth!
All right. Tell me about the problem. What are you not understanding?
It's not that I don't understand. It's that I don't agree.
But you're dead. You can't disagree with that.
Is there paperwork I need to file? Maybe I should speak to your manager. I have things to do. What is it? Stephen?
Steve?
Stephen! I have a very busy schedule. The opening is coming up, and I just don't have time for distractions. I've got to ask you to go. Go, or I'll turn the computer off.
I don't understand how this is happening. I've been doing this for 300 years, and people don't, you don't just decline death. Usually people, I understand if you have regrets, but people just say, oh, that's a shame, but they resign themselves. The chariot is very nice, Agatha.
Beth!
Beth!
No, Steve. My bakery is opening in a week. Not to mention, it's my niece's soccer game on Sunday, and I promised to go.
I'm very sorry about your bakery.
No, you're not. And I'd thank you not to lie to me.
Tell me about your bakery, Pauline.
I've been working as an accountant for decades. Decades, Stephen. And all to save up to open my dream bakery, Cutie Pies. I was working on the menu when you came. I'm not going to let some whatever you are stomp on my lifelong dream.
Oh, I love that. You think you're entitled to life just because you have a dream. You know, I had dreams too before I died, and they did not involve doing customer service for eternal life.
Excuse me, mister, but this is my death we're talking about, so maybe this could be about me for a minute?
So you admit you're dead?
No.
Ha!
I don't have to take you seriously. You're in a dinosaur onesie. Very unprofessional.
Look, some people get a little tired of their jobs and want to spice it up a little. So I've had a rough week, okay?
Oh, yes? Well, at least you didn't die. Oh, I'm sorry, Stephen. Why have you had a bad week?
No, you're right. This is your moment. We should be talking about you.
Please, I insist. One should be polite to customer service workers, even if those workers are dead, or dressed as a dinosaur.
Sometimes, when you have a bad week, you just need to dress like a dinosaur, okay?
Okay.
It's just, 300 years ago when I took this job, I thought, oh, it's something to do with my time instead of floating around in ether. But it wears you. Last week, I had to send a whole busload of kids to beyond just because they fell off a cliff.
Oh, no.
This job, it's hell, and one could interpret that as literal. And to be honest with you, I've been tying it in for the past century, and it's just a slog. And on top of that, my boyfriend left me.
I'm so sorry.
He got reincarnated, and you know how that goes.
Not really. But I can sympathize.
He just said, it's time to move on. And as if I meant nothing.
That's so hard.
Are you leaving anyone behind? When you go?
No, I never married. I wasn't never interested in that sort of thing.
I'm sorry. I didn't. I skimmed your profile, but apologies, Agatha.
Yes, well, I have family, obviously. As you know, we're not as close as I'd like us to be. The bakery, that's been my whole life. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I spent all these years developing the recipes, perfecting them. My coworkers were so sick of pie. Very polite about trying them, though.
Beth, why are you really saying no?
I don't think anyone will remember me.
I will. Your family will, and your coworkers will, and so you didn't live your exact dream, but you lived, Beth, and that's worth something. You went to your niece's soccer games, and that's worth something.
It is. The carriage. You said it's downstairs.
Yes, and don't forget your mask.
I'll get it. Thank you.
It's my job.
And it's a good one. It's a hard job, Stephen. But you're helping people. Don't forget that.
Okay. Okay. Next.
Next up, we have What the Grapes Have to Say, written and directed by Malt Schlitzman, featuring Julie Richardson and Rachel Abbott.
The sun never fails to bring heat to Santorini, the prettiest desert in Europe. Once in ancient times, our island swelled up from the bottom of the ocean until the skin of the earth grew taut and new land burst forth like sweetness dripping from a grape left in the sun. What remains now is a broken ring of rocky peaks surrounding the volcano's toasted match head, which I call Nea Kameni, and it is upon Nea Kameni that I grow my grapes. We've always grown grapes upon Nea Kameni. There has always been a farmer to walk the rows, to bring the water, to gather the harvest. For how many generations did we walk the rows before the word was farmer? We have grown grapes since ancient Thera was just Thera. Our wine once made us famous in all the world, when the world was a string of pearls stretched across the Mediterranean. Scholars of the cup came to Santorini like pilgrims, for only here does the Assyrtiko grow, in the heat and wind and ashen soil.
I am the vine, and my name is Assyrtiko. I carry the name of the first vine to unfurl a leaf upon Nea Kameni, where the winds do not stop. This is a place of salt and light, a cathedral for birds. Here It is difficult to be soft and green.
That is why I have woven your strands together into a basket. Inside, your fruits can grow unscalded by the light.
But this means I can only grow in circles.
It is best this way. We are rich in the expertise of tradition.
But the island is large. How will I know this is the best place for me?
I would not have planted you in the wrong place. I am your farmer, and you are my crop.
But my vines itch.
The harvest nears. Soon I will trim the new vegetation off of you that all your energy goes into next year's crop.
But I put quite a bit of effort into that new vegetation. These leaves are quite fetching.
Well, that effort should have gone into grapes.
But if I were to grow larger, then I would have a greater body for which to produce more grapes. I could put the soil into a giant net. I could turn the whole island into a meadow full of the most beautiful flowers.
You are all the flower the farm needs.
But I'm lonely, and there is more to this island than your farm.
Without my farm, you would be feral and uncultivated, your fruits small, bitter, and hard, desired by no one but the rats.
Then the rats will spread my seed.
Easy to say that after the cultivation's finished. You aren't the only vine in this farm, and you won't be the last.
What is that supposed to mean?
You can't grow as big as you want. It's not fair to the other vines in the row. You are woven into a basket because thousands of years of experience tell us this produces the best wine.
Produces the best wine.
Yes, you serve a purpose greater than yourself. This is the bargain that underpins all agriculture. I protect you from pests, and in exchange, the fruits of your bounty sustain me.
Pests or friends?
Pests. The grapevine beetle is as big as your thumb, and it feeds on your precious, nutrient-rich leaf buds.
Then I'll make more. Pest activity triggers a release of growth hormones. Either way, it's like nature's pruning.
But that's energy you could have.
Don't say it.
You are the great, 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 great grand cutting of the juiciest grapes ever produced in any vineyard on the island. Your entire lineage has been groomed to produce huge, juice-filled grapes. Your role in the farm is to produce grapes. Anything that isn't grapes is a distraction.
But I bet I could make better grapes if I were on the far side of this hill. As it is, none of us get enough light in the afternoon.
That is where we grow the pomegranates. Morning light is best for low-growing grapes.
But I could grow into and in between the pomegranates and rise up between their branches. What a salad we could make together. How lovely would it be to sit in the branches of a pomegranate grape tree?
That sounds like a great way to get stung to death by wasps. Look, new hire, what makes you so confident you know what's best?
I don't know what's best. I only know that my roots are telling me to reach as far as my vines will go. I am a puppet of my own genetic impulses. Any philosophy laid over that is a shallow justification at best. Oh, farmer, I hunger.
Look, do you know what would happen if I allowed natural impulse to rule Nea Kameni? It would become a scrubby forest full of wind-blown oaks and hard-scrabble pines whose roots clutch a hoard of rocks like a serpent coiled round its eggs. You wouldn't stand a chance. The other plants would squeeze you out of your habitat, starve you of light, suffocate your roots. You are soft, oh fruit of my life, and the world is cruel.
Is it not cruel to bind me into a wheel for your convenience?
No. Well, perhaps from your perspective it is. But is neglect not the greater cruelty?
You talk about freedom as if I could only experience it in your absence.
Freedom. Freedom. Obedience to the base impulse of your roots is freedom now?
Obedience to your tradition is safety now?
Oh, come on. There is more to it than just servitude and death. You become wine. Through the alchemy of the winemaking process, you are transformed into an ageless nectar. Your bottles will travel farther, live on longer. Do you even know how much of human society has been dedicated solely to the science of getting trashed on fruit?
Yes, obviously, all grapevines know that. But tell me anyway.
100 bottles of your grandsire was sent as tribute to the last pharaoh. Homer ate no other grape but the Assyrtiko. A temple prostitute would pour you down her leg and let an emperor suck it off her feet. Your fruit is fit tribute for Dionysus himself. And do you know why that is?
Because you weren't satisfied with the way I was.
Agriculture has given humanity the resources needed to carpet the entire planet in cities. And to a huge extent, it's because of alcohol. Alcohol you produce when the best parts of you are perfected through the alchemy of winemaking. You are the philosopher's stone. You are the birth waters of truth itself.
I am just a vine.
You are the fruit of the vine.
I acknowledge no distinction between myself and my fruits. Nothing of me exists without me. When you cut grapes off of me, they die. Your basements are full of little jarred mummies, preserved remnants of that year's corpse.
Nonsense. Mummies don't taste nearly as good with fish. What I have in my basement is your legacy, the thing that will outlive you and your itchy roots.
If I'm dead, what do I care about my legacy?
I just need you to be a team player. Whatever psychology it takes to get there, I don't care. I've got a whole farm to manage, and you are not its main character.
I don't need to be the main character of the farm. I just need the freedom to be as I am, unimpeded by your ambition.
Fine. Fine. After the harvest, I'll transplant you, dig you up, and move you to the north wall by the pomegranate trees. Plenty of space for you to grow as weird and untamed as you want. May the wasps eat your fruit. I tried my best with you.
The north wall, the peak of the island, a totally unimpeded view. How the wind is a constant spiral. How wide the horizon. The soil is rocky and thin, but this is a temporary problem. I will gather the pomegranate tree leaves around me and anoint them with the spilled honey from my grapes and turn them into soil. And laugh as the grapevine beetles chew a stigmata into me. I will make richness from this blighted, empty place. The birds will take my seeds to different lands, and where nothing else grows, you will find me, a tender sprout in a blasted place. Do you know how much power is locked in a single seed? The seed is the true life eternal. The alchemy of winemaking is nothing more than funerary rites, a death you are trapped within, a death from which there is no rebirth, no communion of decay. I will cover the new earth with my fallen body and keep safe the mysteries that I find growing there. And in enough time, when the trees rise up around me and the bugs make a home in my pith, I will uncurl and let the earth claim me. But as long as I am alive, I shall make plenty. I will bring forth flowers into this desert.
Next up, we have Farewell, My Son, written and directed by Jay Deshane, featuring Teresa Griffin and Maram El Naguib.
My son,
My son,
my strong son,
my virile son,
my son who is the pride of our nation.
my son who is the envy of all who behold him.
Today, I bid you farewell.
Today, I bid you farewell.
The journey ahead will test you, my son.
It is fraught with dangers and traps, my son.
The enemy will be waiting.
The enemy will be watching.
They hate you as much as they fear you, son.
They fear you as much as they hate you, son.
But never forget your noble cause.
But never forget your God-given truth.
You are higher.
You are mightier.
They are just venomous snakes.
They are just piggish boars.
All they know is destruction.
All they know is harm.
They stand for nothing.
They stand for nothing.
We are the righteous.
We are the chosen.
God is on our side.
God is on our side.
Their red flag disgusts him.
Their green flag disgusts him.
Their people,
Their culture,
a scourge upon the earth.
a cancer to be eradicated.
Oh, my son,
My dear, sweet son,
why do you tremble?
why do you shake?
Surely you can't be frightened.
A strong, strapping boy like you?
Where is your courage?
Where is your valor?
Courage is the mark of our people.
Valor is our gift from God.
I remember when you were a tiny baby, how small you were with your head tucked up beneath your daddy's chin. How proud he was to know that you would one day wear his shining helmet. He wore it last when you were only 3. Oh, how I wish you could have known him.
When I told him I was pregnant with a boy, I think my father was prouder than I was. Finally, he shouted, almost dancing. At last, he had you, a healthy boy to uphold his legacy, an extension of his blood to take his place as the fiercest warrior this nation has ever known.
To fight is
And always has been.
your birthright,
Your inheritance,
your purpose.
the very reason you were born,
War,
is a gift.
without it,
Who would you become?
what would you do with your life?
How would you die?
A life without glory is all you would get.
A story unwritten, a tale with no hero?
What would become of you?
Nothing.
So go, my son.
March 4th, my son.
Join your brothers.
Lead us to victory.
And whichever way you come back home,
Be it on your feet or on your back,
all who look at you will know.
what an honor was yours.
What's this?
Is something wrong?
Are those tears I see?
What are you crying for?
Stop this at once!
You are a grown man.
What are you saying about blood?
What's that you say about carnage?
The horrors of war?
They are nothing compared to the spoils,
The glory?
the honor.
It's yours for the taking.
It's yours for the making.
In the end, no one will remember the number of dead.
In the end, no one will remember the guts and gore.
We will only taste victory.
We will only know peace.
It's the prize you will win for us.
The gift of your sacrifice.
You know now what must be.
That it can be no other way.
And so, farewell, my son.
Farewell, my son,
I send you off
my precious child,
and welcome you back.
a hero.
Next up, we have Must Love Dogs by Matthew Garland, directed by Tyler Crosby, featuring E. Rosser and Tyler Crosby. Following this performance, there will be a brief intermission.
Right. Today's the day. The day I finally work up the courage to speak them. Okay. I can do this. I can do this. I can't do this. What if they don't like me? What if they just laugh at me? Ugh, so much chance for rejection. Nope. I can do this. I can do this. Oh, there they are. All right, what was the plan again? Hi, lovely day today. It's the perfect day for walk in the park. It's not too cold, it's not too hot, it's just right. Of course you do. That's beautiful dog. Oh, dogs really are beautiful creatures. They're like children, but they're also like wise, like the oldest philosopher. Oh, around. I let her run free. You really have to let dogs run free and in their own manner. Yeah, it's all about nature. You ever see Jurassic Park? Like Jeff Goldblum says, like life finds a way. So who am I to stand in the way of my dog's way? Oh, an otter hound. Yeah. Oh, cute thing. It's as small as anything. I can't even see them right now, but I know they'll come back to me. Do we? Oh, I guess we do. What a crazy random happenstance. I suppose, yeah, that's true. For almost 2 years now, right? We're just like across the hall from each other.
stand by. Apologies for the audio issue. We're going to restart.
All right. Today is the day. This is the day I finally work up the courage to speak to them. Okay. I can do this. I can do this. I can't do this. What if they don't like me? What if they just laugh at me? There's so much chance for rejection. No. I can do this. I can do this. Oh, there they are. Okay, what was the plan again? Hey, lovely day today.
Yes, it is.
Perfect day for a walk in the park. It's not too cold, it's not too hot. Just right.
Well, we always come regardless of the weather.
Yeah, of course you do. That's a beautiful dog.
Oh, thank you. Can you say thank you?
Oh, dogs really are beautiful creatures. Like, they seem to be like children, but then they're like wise, like old philosophers.
I suppose you're right. Oh, I see you have a leash yourself. Where's your dog?
Around. Yeah. No, I let her run free. You really have to let dogs run free and in their own manner.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about nature. Like, you ever see Jurassic Park? Like Jeff Goldblum saying, life finds a way. So who am I to stand in the way of my dog's way?
What kind of dog do you have?
I have a otter hound. Yes, cute thing. She's small as anything. You know, I can't even see her right now, but I know she'll come back.
Uh-huh. Hey, don't we live in the same building?
Do we? Yeah, I guess we do. What a crazy random happenstance.
Aren't we neighbors? And for past 2 years?
I suppose that's true. Yeah, we're right across the hall from each other.
Well, it's finally, I'm glad to finally meet you then.
Wait, you are? I mean, of course you are. It's always so nice to make new acquaintances. Do you always come here for a walk?
Yeah, I do. I just love the statue.
Statue, right? Yeah, Cupid, the goddess of love. It's romantic. I mean, I guess if you're into that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think we're gonna go.
Wait, no. I know we just met, but I'm wondering.
Who do you think you're kidding?
What?
We've met before.
Yeah, you just said we're neighbors.
Aren't you friends with George?
You know George.
Yeah, and I also know his husband, Phil.
Oh, you know Phil. How do you know Phil?
You seriously don't remember?
Where's this going?
You were at their wedding.
I was?
You really don't remember? Okay, how about this? You come here often? Here's looking at you, kid.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Phil is my brother.
Oh, really? Well, that's crazy.
No, you are a terrible liar, you know that?
What are you talking about?
You don't have a dog.
I totally have a dog.
What's the dog's name?
The dog's name is Cupid, just like the statue.
Like that statue over there.
Yeah, I love it a lot too.
And what kind of breed was the dog?
The dog, Norwegian Lundehound. Yes.
I thought you said it was an Otterhound.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
All right, here's what I think. You Googled rarest dog breeds and just made up that you have a dog.
No. I totally have a dog. You just can't see them because they're so small.
No, Otterhounds and Norwegian Lundehounds are both rare breeds. They're the size of golden retrievers. You'd be able to see them from the moon. So my next question is, where did you get the leash?
It's mine.
I think you borrowed it from the doorman, because I see him with an extra leash all the time. You probably paid him, and you've either been following me and know I come here every day, or you just took a chance and figured since our building is right over there that I come here to rest before heading back home. Am I right?
Dog owners are suspicious.
Am I right?
I've heard studies that say that...
I'm leaving.
Oh, no. Wait. I only did it because I like you. When we met at the wedding and when I found out that we lived in the same building, I was like, oh my God, what's the luck? But I never knew how to start a conversation with you.
You could have just said hi. Why go through the elaborate ruse?
Because my last relationship ended when my partner told me it was boring. He said we never talked about anything interesting, and when we did, I had nothing to contribute to the conversation, and they would tell me this on a regular basis. And after a while, I started to believe them. So after they left, I just created this shell, and I stayed in it. And I only went to the wedding because George is my best friend, and I grew up with him. And then I met this amazing person who was just looking stunning and like they owned the place when they walked in the room. And I was like, wow, out of my luck. And then when we ended up being partnered to dance and you were so wonderful, I was like, I really want to get to know you and become friends and maybe something more. But I had no way to start a conversation thinking that I was still boring. So yes, I borrowed Malcolm's leash.
Our doorman is named Malcolm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I looked up rare dog breeds so that I would sound smart, and I created this whole elaborate plan to meet up with you and make you think I wasn't that quiet, introverted person from the wedding. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have lied.
There's one thing that doesn't add up.
Oh, one thing? Yeah. Okay.
How did you know that I come to the park? Just chance?
Well, I asked Phil, and he said, you come to this park because of the statue. So I did my best to try and learn everything I could about Cupid again to impress you and to have something to talk about.
Cupid.
Yeah. The Greek goddess of love, right?
Cupid is the Roman god of love, not Greek.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have a degree in classics. I work over at the museum. I would know.
Ugh. Well, serves me right for never going to the museum. Anyway, look, I'm sorry to bother you. I'll just be heading out.
No, please stay. I had just gotten out of a relationship right before the wedding too, with someone telling me that I was a know-it-all. They made me think that I was too arrogant and went out of my way to make people feel stupid. So when I went to the wedding, I had a broken heart too, and I was lost. And then all of a sudden, I see this amazing person staring me in the face with sweat dripping down their brow.
Ah, no! I was so nervous!
I could tell, but you looked at me like you cared, and that you wanted to know my opinion, and that you weren't concerned with your own ego or whether I knew more or less than you. You made me feel comfortable. And honestly, I wanted to meet you and get to know you and see if there was a friendship there. Maybe more, too. Haven't you noticed those good morning notes on your door?
What?
You've seen those little post-it notes that say good morning on your door every day?
I thought that was Malcolm, and that he did it for everyone, because he's awesome.
No, it was me. So, when I saw you sitting on this bench holding a dog leash, knowing full well that you did not have a dog, couldn't help but come over and see if you would try to talk to me. We'd start to have a conversation.
So you aren't mad?
No, I'm glad you finally got the courage to say something. Also, I have to give you credit for this ruse. I'm telling you, not many people would go to all this trouble just to talk to somebody that they met and danced with at a wedding for like 30 minutes 2 years ago.
I'm quite something, I guess.
Yeah, you are.
How did we dance for 30 minutes and we didn't say anything to each other?
Well, the music was pretty loud.
Yeah, it was. Why do they do that at weddings? It's like the two people getting married are already arguing and they don't want people to hear the marital squabbles.
Maybe, I don't know either.
Yeah. So I guess there's only...
No, wait, hold on. I have one more question for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
What's your name?
I'm Briar.
I'm Haven.
It's nice to officially meet you, Haven.
You too, Briar. You know, Briar means like a thorny bush of wild roses.
Oh, yeah. Well, what does Haven mean?
It means a safe place.
Well, I think the thorny bush of wild roses might have a safe place to grow then.
Well, let's see how dinner goes. You were going to ask me to dinner, weren't you?
That was the plan.
So ask me.
What?
I'm old-fashioned. I'd like you to ask me.
Would you, Haven, like to have dinner with me tonight?
I would love to.
That really is a beautiful dog.
I think so.
And what's her name?
Well, she's named after the statue.
Oh, so not Cupid.
No, she's named after the actual Greek goddess of love and passion, Aphrodite.
That's a beautiful name, but it's not as beautiful as Haven.
Really am quite something. Want to walk back home?
Sure.
Isn't it crazy that we've been living across from each other for so long?
Yeah. It definitely makes moving in easy.
Welcome back. Our next play is called I Can Explain, written and directed by Naomi Hinchin, featuring Anna Richardson, Sarah Kesman, and Naomi Hinchin.
How many roads must a man walk down before you can call him a man?
Babe, is that you?
Hey, honey, you're home early.
Was that you singing?
Oh, yeah, I was just putting in a little practice before the next gig.
All by yourself? If you wanted to practice, you should just say the word. I'll go get my bass and...
No, I mean, you don't have to do that. I think I've got it now.
Are you sure? Because I feel like you didn't have the hang of the riffs on Goat Eater, and I'd be happy to run through it with you.
Which one is Goat Eater again?
That's the new one. You know, blood of the goat, blood on the altar.
Oh, that one. I don't think I need more practice on it.
Carolyn, are you okay? You seem jumpy.
Me? I'm fine. Nothing wrong at all. Why would you say that?
I don't know, but it's not just today. You've been like this all week. Is there someone else here?
The toilet's just been doing that recently. We should call a plumber.
Hey, Carolyn, you're running low on toilet paper.
Oh, look, the toilets learn to talk.
I can explain.
So I was thinking on the second verse. Oh, hi, you must be Trish.
Hi, and who are you exactly?
Oh, I'm Kay. I met Carolyn at the jams. I'm a friend of Carolyn's.
Lovely to meet you, I'm sure. And what are you doing in our house?
I can explain.
Please do. Sometime today would be nice.
Okay, you caught me. I'm having an affair.
What? No, you're not.
I know you don't want to believe it, but it's true.
Oh, please. She's not even your type.
Should I go?
Yes, please go. I'm so ashamed.
You stay right where you are.
Honey, please. I know this must be a shock, but...
Is that a harmonica? Why is she wearing a harmonica?
It's a kinky thing?
How would that even...
Carolyn, have you been playing folk music?
No, I can explain.
What's that behind your back?
Nothing.
Show me, Carolyn. A ukulele? You're seeing another band, aren't you?
I'm so sorry. I never meant for you to find out this way.
How could you?
At first, it was just the jam sessions in the park. Then I was sneaking out to folk festivals, and then Kay invited me to meet her band, and it all sort of snowballed from there.
So, are you still coming to practice on Thursday? Or...
Is that where you've been going on Thursdays? I can't believe I believed you had joined a bowling team.
Look, I'm sorry I lied to you. But Maybe it's for the best that it's come out. Now we can be honest with each other.
You know what? I'm gonna let you two talk it out. Just let me know by Wednesday if you'll be at practice, okay?
Yeah, sure thing.
Did it mean nothing to you? All the gigs we had, all the songs we practiced. Is it me? Are you tired of us playing together?
No, of course not.
Then why?
Honey, you know I love you. Please don't be angry, but I don't really like death metal.
What?
I tried to get into it, I really did, but it's so loud and angry and growly. I want to hear myself think sometimes.
But you joined the band.
I know, and I really wanted to like it for your sake, but it's just not my thing.
I don't believe it. After 5 years of marriage, you think you know a person.
Sorry.
So you lied to me all of this time.
I didn't know how to tell you. I thought you'd be disappointed. You were so excited when I took up the guitar.
Well, yeah, I wanted you in the band because it was something we could do together. But it was supposed to be fun for both of us. I didn't want you to suffer through it for my sake.
But you're still mad?
I'm mad because you lied. You're allowed to have terrible taste in music.
Hey.
Seriously, though, you should call Kay and tell her you'll be at practice, and I'll find a new guitarist.
Thanks. I will still come to your gigs, you know. Just in the audience from now on.
You better.
Well, now that you know, do you mind if I keep practicing?
Yeah, sure. I'll just go and put my headphones on.
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
Next up, we have Bow and Arrow by Michael Lynn, directed by Asia Turner, featuring Sam Zyberg and Luis Masonet.
Going hiking?
No, I really just like lounging in trail boots. You know, I tried Crocs for a while, but they chafe my heels so bad.
Oh, sorry to hear.
That was a joke.
I knew that. Fine. I didn't.
I don't think he did.
I'm Artie. I don't know if you come here often, but can I buy you a shoe?
Philip, you seem like a decent guy. You can buy me too. That's how it started. And I will never admit to it otherwise. And neither would he.
More charming that way? And it's really not that far off, honest.
Shame how it ended.
Not to jump too far ahead.
Hey, babe, I'm home.
Good day?
Pretty good, Not looking forward to the Valentine's Day rush. Gonna need to stock up on arrows.
Makes sense. Never really understood Valentine's Day as a holiday, though.
What do you mean?
For one, it hasn't been invented yet.
Besides that.
Aren't people supposed to love each other every day? Why set aside a day that's supposed to be for love like the rest of the year isn't there?
You know, I think he was really just upset that he had to share a birthday with his twin and didn't get a day all to himself. To be fair, I make a lot of guesses that I'm too embarrassed to ask about. When he said that his ex turned into a bear, I had the wrong image in my head for years, literal years. Anyways, you know, it's okay to have a day to be more conscious of the people that you love, like me.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. I still didn't get it.
Seems a bit obvious in retrospect.
Have you ever heard of a relationship escalator? Sorry. An escalator is a series of enchanted moving steps that allow the pantheon of gods to ascend to Mount Olympus without wearing our feet. It's great. You should try it. But you can't because you're mortals. Anyway, the idea is that you don't do anything, but you feel this pressure to keep moving forward and keep moving up because you were taught that there is only one right way to make a relationship work.
There's a god, there's a goddess, there's suddenly no god, but now there's a swan. The whole one god, one goddess dynamic fell apart pretty quickly, actually. I mean, obviously.
So when you find yourself on a relationship escalator, even though you understand in your brain that there's more than one way to build a relationship, you find yourself going through the steps without planning or meaning to. Inertia, I guess. So when you find yourself on the next step almost by accident.
I'm on my way out. I love you.
I love you too.
Did you mean that?
What's the best way to explain this? Welcome to the underworld. Enjoy your stay.
You too?
Did you mean that?
I see what you mean.
It's my fault. I shouldn't be saying something without knowing for certain if I meant it.
Correct.
But what was I supposed to do? Take it back? Say sorry, I blurted that out. I don't love you. 3 months into a rental lease in this rental market.
Fair. Totally fair.
How was I supposed to know?
The power of introspection.
You've seen both our families, and you know that hasn't been invented yet.
Yeah. Still, there are better ways to proceed.
Refresh my memory.
This is such a nice breakfast. I love you.
I love you too.
Have a great trip to the Oracle. I love you.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm off to work. Feel better soon. I love you.
Have a great day.
Artie. I love you.
How do you explain to someone you're pretty sure you care about that not only do you probably not love them, you're not sure you're capable of love?
How do you listen when someone says they can't feel romantic love and not think they mean for you in particular?
I want to know what love is, and I want you to show me. Yeah, no idea. Can't wrap my head around it. Song's good though.
Be honest with me. Is this a you thing or a me thing?
This is absolutely a me thing. I'm sorry I stuck you in limbo while I figure that out.
Limbo also hadn't been invented yet, but you'll get that before you know it.
Don't think you'll like it though. You are a lovable person.
I know. Thanks. And I was right. You're a decent guy. Oh, hey, you're gonna have to get a whole new set of flags and pins.
Oh, that's true. It'll be fun.
I appreciate you being honest with me. Finally.
Thanks for the memories.
Thanks for the shoes.
Closing out our show tonight, we have Dear Bree, It's Me, Hades, by Greg Shearing, directed by Lorraine Fitzmaurice, featuring Bree Frame and Michael DeFilippi.
This is the life. A great career. Cozy condo. A cat who loves me. Half price pretzels. I'm so happy. If I died now, I would be so happy. Woo! Ah, close one. Man, wouldn't that have been the way to go? Jesus, I mean, I knew these things were bad for you, but
Oh, hi there. Sodium's a bitch, ain't it?
who's there? Where are you? Where am I?
I'm a friend here to help. You're on the next leg of your journey. Please, I'll bring you across the river.
I can't see you. Are you?
Death? No, it's a bit more complicated than that.
Are you God?
After a fashion, sure.
Oh? No, no. Oh shit. Are you the devil? Is this hell?
I mean, if we're splitting hairs.
No. I don't belong here. I've never done anything that merits being here. I got a parking ticket once. I've lied once or twice. There's that old man on the bus that I didn't give my seat to. In my defense, he looked really darn solid on that walker of his.
Oh, how does Karen handle this? Look, hey, this isn't my usual thing, okay? I know it is rough for you, but it's been a time here for us too. Things have been a bit hectic around here lately, and it's just hard to keep things moving smoothly. My usual guy is busy, and sometimes delegating just isn't enough. I'm gonna ask you to breathe.
Oh. So I'm dead. No. My life. My cat. My everything.
Yes.
But this isn't the afterlife?
You will soon be on the shores of the river Styx, where I'll ferry you unto my realm, Hades.
Hades. All right, give me a minute. It's been a hot minute since I've taken world history. That makes you
the one and only.
Cool. Yeah, you're a little bit less extra than I was expecting.
I get that a lot these days. Once people hear you've named your corner of existence after yourself, you never really live that down.
Does this mean you're taking me way down Hadestown.
It's
Way
not down. It's right over there. And that show really pierced the mystique of all this.
Well, you've been very popular lately. Got that Big Daddy energy.
Please don't say that. I'm just a guy running my corner of things. I'm also much less of a bass and more of a baritone, and it really irks me that I can't nail that low E flat. Couldn't even play myself in our fall production.
Okay. So, should I be getting up now?
The fairy's a little off schedule lately. Automation was the future, the other gods said. Cut down on overhead and... sorry, you all just threw a wrench in our plans, and volume's been up lately. Yeah, I'm really sorry about this. Usually things are running a bit tighter around here. This is my realm, and I can barely keep things together.
It's I get it. I get it. Sometimes it's hard to keep things afloat. Life is like that.
I know, right?
Yeah. So, while we wait, can I ask you about, there's stories about
Persephone, Eurydice.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we know about you.
Oh, us. Word of one bad relationship gets out there. The whole fruit thing, bunk. Pomegranates don't even grow here. And as for Eurydice and Orpheus, they have a condo upriver. He just went back up for his socks. Too cold for sandals down here.
Yeah. And I guess you'd be coming back eventually, right? And the other gods?
Exist. My brothers, their nigh infinite progeny, not the best company. Oh, Testicles is really fun at parties, though.
Okay. So, is there like a 15-minute rule on this afterlife thing?
You were early, you know. We weren't expecting you for another 20 years.
Wait, what?
But I get it. Those snacks are pretty tasty.
You don't mean...
We wouldn't be here. This is really embarrassing. You know, I have this one job, and I'm keeping you from your eternal rest.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, I get it. That's life. That's afterlife.
This is just silly. I'm sending you back.
What?
You're going back now.
I don't understand.
Just stay away from those snacks. So just give people an impression that I've got my stuff together. Yeah, that I'm an okay guy, just doing my job.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I don't know how I can...
The pretzels, child. Stay away from...
Congratulations to all the teams. What a wonderful night of theater. Thank you all so much for joining us. I want to say thank you to all the board members of the Lilac Players, in particular to Anna Constancia Richardson, Emma Brown, and Tyler Crosby for all their hard work on this project. We here at the Lilac Players are looking forward to bringing in-person theater to you in Boston, and we hope to see you this spring in theaters again.
Have a bird.
Kitty pet.
just about lost it when my cat jumped on the piano during tech.
That was amazing.
Look, cat. It's your dog friend.
Tyler, the audio's still live on YouTube. I just heard myself.